I just saw something I just cannot believe I just saw. At 3 o'clock or so, the Pentagon came to your screen, came to our screens, and started a press conference that was talking about what had happened in Afghanistan after our 13 service members were killed. And if you take a step back, if you remember, our 13 service members were killed because Biden was pulling out with a failed plan. We lost 13 lives. And they immediately said, we will not let this stand. We're not going to let the ISIS-K killers do this to our people. And within a couple of days or so, there was a drone strike. The drone strike killed 10 people, but at the time they told us it was 2 high-level ISIS-K planners. They took them out. They eliminated them. But they didn't. They killed an innocent family. Here's how the Pentagon tried to explain it to us. Listen.
I am now convinced that as many as 10 civilians, including up to 7 children, were tragically killed in that strike. Moreover, we now assess that it is unlikely that the vehicle and those who died were associated with ISIS-K or were a direct threat to U.S. forces.
Okay. So there it is. That's General McKenzie. He's a Marine Corps general. He's the general overseeing U.S. Central Command, which oversees everything that goes on in the Middle East. That's the top general there, a Marine. This is terrible, folks. 10 people were killed. An innocent family was killed. 7 children were killed in this drone strike. Why? Because of the Biden administration and all his minions. It's General Austin, it's General Milley, it's this General McKenzie, it's Anthony Blinken at the Secretary of State, it's Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor. They failed, but they failed the world. They failed us. The way my math is this: we lost 13 service members. 13 Americans were killed in Afghanistan on this failed Afghan pullout. 10 Afghans were killed, innocent. 23 people, 23 human beings are not on this earth anymore because these people made a terrible choice. They screwed it up, and they are all doing it because they were in a rush to get out of Afghanistan before 9/11. They were looking for their photo op, and when 13 Americans died, they tried to make things right and kill a few ISIS-K fighters, and they end up killing an innocent family. This is not okay. I'm not okay with this. We had a whole show planned. I had to talk about this a little bit first. It's time for them to go. It's time for Mark Milley, General Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which means he oversees the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, the Space Force. He oversees all branches of the military. He's the boss. He came up with this plan. He lied to us and said there was no indication that this was going to happen. He lied to us. He lied to the American people. People are dead. He's got to go. Anthony Blinken, you were warned about this 3 weeks before people died in Afghanistan. You need to go too. McKenzie, you oversaw this. You killed 10 innocent people. You need to go too. You all need to go. Secretary Austin, Defense Secretary, you got to go too. All of you. You put this plan together. People are dead. This is not okay. This is not right.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them. Tell them you want Newsmax TV because we're real news for real people.